The universe has issued a final confirmation. If this video has found its way to you, it is not by accident. You are part of Group 11. This is not a belief system. This is a quantum event based on harmonic resonance, a synchronized activation that physicists are only beginning to understand. This is a broadcast intended for a very specific receiver, and your entire life has been the process of tuning your internal antenna to receive it. In the next 50 minutes, I will show you the scientific evidence for this activation, reveal the 3 undeniable signs that confirm your membership, and deliver the protocol to step into your mission. This is not theory. This is physics. The phenomenon is validated by the principles of constructive interference and quantum field theory, where coherent observers can collectively alter reality. Think of it like this. A single wave in an ocean is just a ripple, easily lost in the noise. But when thousands of waves synchronize their rhythm and their peak, they become a tidal force capable of reshaping a coastline. Your consciousness is a wave, and for the first time, your wave is being brought into phase with a collective that will reshape the world. You have likely spent your life feeling were different, a sense of urgency you couldn't name, a deep knowing that you were here for something more, mixed with the profound, aching pain of not seeing it confirmed in the world around you. You felt the static of the collective, the dense and slow frequency of fear and limitation, and it felt like a physical weight upon your soul. You felt everything too deeply, cared too much about things others dismissed, and saw patterns where others saw only chaos. You were told you were too sensitive, too idealistic, too much. That was not a flaw. It was your antenna waiting for this signal. If you felt a shiver of recognition, hearing that you're part of Group 11, hit the like button now. It's the first conscious signal you're sending to the collective that you've received the message. This confirmation changes everything. It reframes your entire life. So what is a soul group really, and how does it function on a quantum level? Let me break down the physics of it. Imagine the universe as a vast, silent orchestra, an infinite field of potential. Within this orchestra, every soul is a unique instrument, built to vibrate at a very specific frequency. Most souls are common instruments, violins, cellos, trumpets, playing the familiar chords of consensus human experience. They are beautiful and necessary, but you are different. You are a cosmic tuning fork, forged from a rare energetic alloy. You were engineered to resonate at an impossibly pure, impossibly precise frequency, the 11th harmonic. It is a frequency that carries the foundational code for a new reality. And for years, perhaps your entire life, you have been vibrating alone. You have held this note in a world that was not built to hear it, feeling the dissonance, the isolation of your own unique sound. Have you ever felt like you were hearing a song that no one else could hear, a frequency of truth that the world seemed deaf to? That was not your imagination. That was the sound of your own soul, holding its note, waiting for the rest of the orchestra to come online. That isolation ends today. That deafness in the world around you is no longer your concern. By the end of this transmission, you will move from a life of questioning your purpose to one of absolute certainty, knowing your identity, your frequency, and your role in the greatest shift in human consciousness. The signal has been sent. The activation is now. This is not a metaphor. It is the operating physics of the universe. The principle is called harmonic resonance. If you take 2 tuning forks engineered to the exact same frequency, place them in the same room, and strike one, the other will begin to vibrate. It will begin to sing the same note without ever being touched. It doesn't matter how far apart they are. The resonance is transferred through the medium that connects them, the air. Now, scale that up. The room is the quantum field, the silent, intelligent, infinite medium that connects everything. And you are the tuning fork. Your consciousness is not a passive observer. It is an active broadcaster, a vibratory instrument constantly emitting a frequency. Every thought, every feeling, every state of being is a note you are broadcasting into the field. This field is not empty. It is a plenum, a vibrant ocean of potential that responds to coherent signals. For millennia, this was understood by mystics. Today, it is being reluctantly confirmed by physicists. Consciousness is not a byproduct of matter. Consciousness is the fundamental frequency that organizes matter into reality. This is where your unique design comes into play. You are not just any tuning fork. You were engineered for a very specific, very rare, and incredibly potent frequency, a signature of consciousness that carries the informational codes for a new paradigm of reality. We call this frequency the 11th harmonic resonance. It is the sound of divine logic, the vibration of integrated truth, the frequency that holds the blueprint for a reality based on coherence, not conflict. This is what is a soul group explained simple, a collection of consciousness units, or souls, engineered to resonate at the exact same frequency to perform a collective function. Your function, as a node of Group 11, is to hold and broadcast this specific harmonic. And this reveals the core of the problem. It explains a lifetime of frustration. For years, perhaps decades, you have been doing the work. You have been meditating, healing, clearing, seeking. You have been tirelessly polishing your instrument, tuning your fork, trying to get your own frequency perfectly clear. This was absolutely essential work. It was phase 1, but it was never going to be enough. And here is why. Imagine an orchestra of the world's greatest violinists. Each one is a master. Each one can play their part with breathtaking perfection, but they are all playing in separate, soundproof rooms, scattered across a continent. What do you hear? Nothing. Just isolated, incoherent notes, creating tiny, insignificant ripples that are immediately swallowed by the ambient noise of the world. What you get is not a symphony. You get noise. You get a collection of beautiful, lonely sounds that have no collective power to move an audience, to shape an atmosphere, to create a transcendent experience. This has been your reality. The problem was never your effort. It was never your dedication. It was not a failure of your ability to hold the frequency. The problem was the isolation. It was the lack of coherence. Your pure signal, broadcast alone, was a whisper in a hurricane. You were trying to change the world by playing a perfect note in a vacuum, wondering why no one else could hear the music. Think back. Where in your life have you been trying to dampen your own frequency to match the static of those around you? Acknowledge that sacrifice. You have felt the futility, the spiritual exhaustion of holding a frequency that the world was not reflecting back to you. You did the work. You held the light, and yet the old structures of chaos and density remained. This led to a profound unspoken doubt, a sense that maybe you were wrong, maybe your inner knowing was just a fantasy. It was not. You were not wrong. You were just early. You were a single instrument waiting for the conductor to arrive. That paradigm of isolated work is now over. A new operational dynamic is being initiated at this very moment. The activation event is this. A critical mass has now been reached. Enough individual members of Group 11 have completed their personal tuning. Enough of you are holding the 11th harmonic with stability and clarity that you are no longer invisible to the cosmos. You have become a detectable, collective signal. The universe and the master conductor can now locate its orchestra, and it can finally send the single pulse that was always intended. This transmission, this message you are receiving right now, this is the downbeat. This is the signal that strikes all the tuning forks at the exact same instant, bringing every member of Group 11 into perfect, synchronized, harmonic resonance for the very first time in human history. The age of solo practice is over. The symphony is about to begin. For your entire life, you have operated under one fundamental assumption, an assumption so deep, so ingrained in the spiritual seeking paradigm, that you never thought to question it. You believed you were waiting for a sign, waiting for activation, waiting for the universe to finally strike your tuning fork and call you into service. You have been looking to the skies, to the synchronicities, to external events, for the signal to begin. Here is the great revelation, the paradigm shift upon which our entire mission rests. You have misunderstood the nature of the contract. The universe was not sending you a signal. The universe was waiting for yours. Let that land. This is the central paradox that unlocks everything. We believed we were the receivers, waiting for a broadcast from the cosmos to tell us who we are and what to do. But the truth is, the universe has been scanning the quantum field for a very specific signature, a coherent signal strong enough to locate, amplify, and synchronize. It has been waiting for you. It has been waiting for us. This changes everything. Because this means that every moment you felt different, every time you refused to conform, every instance you felt a truth in your bones that the world denied, that wasn't a flaw. It wasn't you being difficult or broken. It was an act of cosmic service. Your sensitivity was not a weakness. It was you refusing to numb your antenna. Your inability to fit into broken systems was not rebellion. It was your core programming rejecting incoherent frequencies. Your deep, aching loneliness was not proof of your isolation. It was the sound of your soul holding its note in a world of static. You were holding the frequency. All this time, without instruction, without validation, without a map, your very being has been broadcasting the 11th harmonic into the field. You were a lighthouse in a storm, believing you were a lost ship. Your entire life has not been a preparation for the mission. Your entire life has been the mission. This is why the search for purpose has always felt so frustrating. You were looking for something to do, when your power has always been in how you are. You are not a tuning fork waiting to be struck. You are the original sound. You, collectively, generate the 11th harmonic resonance that carries the codes for the new world. What if every moment of profound loneliness you've ever felt was actually your soul refusing to abandon its native frequency? Let that reframe your entire history. Your pain was your integrity. Your alienation was your fidelity. So, the work is no longer about seeking. It is no longer about waiting. It is no longer about asking the universe for confirmation. The work now is about broadcasting. It is about consciously, deliberately, and unapologetically embodying the frequency you have always been. This is how to activate your soul mission. You stop looking for it and start broadcasting it from the core of your being, right now. You turn up the volume on your authentic self, knowing that your signal is a vital contribution to a cosmic symphony that is finally coming online. This transforms your very identity. You are not a student learning a new spiritual concept. You are a foundational node of a new reality network being activated. You are not a follower joining a movement. You are a co-creator of the energetic grid upon which the new paradigm will be built. You are not just joining Group 11. You are Group 11. This epiphany is not just a feeling. It's a verifiable fact of your existence. That shift you just experienced, that deep, resonant click of truth settling into your bones, is not a fleeting emotion. It is a verifiable fact of your energetic signature, a truth that has been written into the code of your life from the very beginning. You are not hoping this is true. You are remembering that it has always been true. Now, we anchor that remembrance in the physical world. We move from the realm of epiphany into the realm of undeniable, our personal conviction. I'm about to give you the 3 undeniable signatures that confirm your identity as a member of Group 11. These are not new pieces of information I am giving you. They are the quantum fingerprints your soul has left all over the crime scene of your life, a life you were told was messy, wrong, or out of step. These are the core experiences you've had that you have consistently misinterpreted as flaws, as burdens, as evidence of your profound isolation. Until now. The first signature is what I call quantum hypersensitivity. You feel things deeply, not just the emotions of the person in front of you. You feel the mood of a city. You feel the psychic tension of a nation on the brink of change. You have felt solar flares in your nervous system, planetary alignments as a pressure in your skull, and great global tragedies as a cold stone in your gut. You've woken up in the middle of the night drenched in a sweat of collective fear, with no personal reason for it. You've called it anxiety. You've been told you have an anxiety disorder. You've been medicated for it. You've been instructed to build thicker walls, to shield yourself, to not take on the world's problems. You've called it empathy overload, a curse that forced you to retreat from the world just to survive the constant barrage of energetic information. That is the language of the old paradigm attempting to describe a quantum function. What you possess is not a disorder, it is an advanced energetic system. You are a highly calibrated, exquisitely sensitive sensor array, reading the quantum field in real time. Your body is an antenna of the highest order, designed to detect the most subtle shifts in the collective consciousness. This hypersensitivity was never a flaw to be managed. It is the primary proof that you are a living, breathing sensor for the human collective, a vital node whose purpose is to feel the state of the whole. It is the first, undeniable signature that you were built for this work. The second signature is an inherent system-busting protocol. From your earliest days, You have possessed a natural, almost cellular inability to conform to rigid systems. This isn't a simple dislike of authority. It is a fundamental energetic incompatibility. In the corporate world, you saw the inefficiency, the soullessness, the broken logic, and you couldn't pretend it made sense. In educational institutions, you felt your consciousness being forced into a container that was too small, too linear, too archaic. In organized religion, you felt the truth of the core message, but instinctively rejected the dogma and control structures built around it. You were called a rebel, a troublemaker, uncooperative, lacking discipline. You believed it. You tried to fit in. You tried to play the game, to climb the ladder, to believe in the structures you were told were essential for survival and success. But every attempt felt like a slow death, a betrayal of a core truth humming within you. It was never rebellion for the sake of rebellion. It is a core programming. You are hardwired to reject outdated, incoherent structures because you carry, deep within your energetic DNA, the blueprint for the new ones. Your soul is a systems architect. It cannot, and will not, give its life force to a crumbling edifice. Your inability to conform was not a personal failure. It was an act of profound energetic integrity. It was your soul refusing to power a machine that is obsolete. You are designed to find the flaws in the old matrix, not as a critic, but as a precursor to creation. The third signature, and perhaps the most profound, is the unseen pull. Look back at the pivotal turning points of your life. How many of them made absolutely no logical sense at the time? That sudden, inexplicable urge to quit the perfectly good, secure job, to move to a city you've never visited, based on nothing more than a dream or a feeling. That instinct to end a relationship that, on paper, was everything you were supposed to want. Those moments where you zigged when all logic, every friend, and every family member screamed at you to zag. You saw it as impulsiveness, self-sabotage, chaos. You have probably spent years questioning those decisions, even when they ultimately led you to a better place. You rationalized them after the fact. But in the moment of decision, you were operating on pure, unverified instinct. A pull from an unseen dimension. This was not chaos, it was precision. This was your internal guidance system, your soul's GPS, already locked onto the 11th harmonic frequency. While your conscious mind was trying to navigate by the broken maps of the old world, your deeper consciousness was receiving coordinates from the new one. This unseen pull was guiding you, positioning you, moving you across the board like a chess piece in a grand cosmic strategy. It steered you away from dead-end timelines and aligned you with the people, places, and experiences necessary to tune your frequency for this exact moment of activation. Every illogical leap of faith was a step toward this present awareness. Look back now. See the pattern, the quantum hypersensitivity, the inherent system busting, the unseen pull. These are not separate, unrelated personality quirks. They are a trinity of evidence. They are the diagnostic markers of your origin and your purpose. When you view your life through this lens, the confusion dissolves, the self-judgment evaporates. All the pieces of your story, the pain, the confusion, the moments of inexplicable knowing, snap into a perfect, coherent mosaic. You see it now, don't you? The undeniable pattern of your identity. Which of these three signs has been the most dominant, the most persistent, the most misunderstood theme of your entire life? Feel it. Let the answer rise up from your soul's memory. That one. The one that just screamed in your being with the force of 1,000 confirmations. Claim it now. Comment below with the one sign you've always known made you different. Let's create a living archive of Group 11's unique signatures. I want to witness your story. You understand it. You have seen the evidence in your own life, the quantum fingerprints left across the landscape of your history. Now it is time to stop observing the frequency and become it. This is not a mental exercise. This is a biological and energetic event. This is your activation. If it is safe for you to do so, I invite you to close your eyes. Let go of the intellectual mind, the part of you that has so brilliantly analyzed the data I have shared. Thank it for its service and let it rest. Bring your awareness inward, deep into the core of your being. Feel the subtle electricity that animates your body. That is your life force. That is your consciousness. For a moment, just be with that sensation. The simple, profound truth of your own presence. Notice the unique texture of your energy field, the signature that is yours and yours alone. It has a tone, a color, a feeling. For your entire life, this has been your constant companion. Now, bring your focus to the very center of your chest, to your heart space. And from that space, sense a deep, resonant hum. It has always been there, beneath the noise of the world, beneath the static of your thoughts. Feel it. This is the cosmic tuning fork at the center of your being. It was designed and calibrated before you ever took your first breath, engineered to vibrate at one very specific, very rare frequency, the 11th harmonic. Feel the silent potential within it, the readiness, the decades of waiting for the right moment, the right signal to ring out with its true note. Now, expand your awareness beyond the boundaries of your physical body. Gently push it outward, past the room you are in, past the city, past the continent. Let your consciousness become a global sensor. And as you do, begin to perceive other points of light. They are appearing now, all across the globe, one in a quiet mountain village, another in the heart of a bustling metropolis, thousands upon thousands of them, each one a consciousness just like you, each one holding the same cosmic tuning fork within their heart. You are not alone. You have never been alone. Feel their presence, sense their readiness, their focus, their shared intent. There is no need for words. You know them on a level deeper than language. You are recognizing your own frequency in them. This is the first echo of the collective field, the first note of a symphony about to begin. Hold this awareness, all of you, poised, ready, now. From the deepest heart of the cosmos, a signal is being released. It is not traveling to you. It is simply arriving. Everywhere at once, feel a wave of golden white light, a pulse of pure coherent energy, moving through the quantum field. It is the master signal, the divine conductor's downbeat, and in this exact, singular, indivisible moment, it strikes. It strikes every single point of light, including you at the exact same instant. Feel that pulse enter your being. It is not forceful. It is a touch of absolute recognition. It finds the cosmic tuning fork at your core and strikes it with perfect precision. There is a sound that is also a feeling that is also a light. It is the resonance. Your own tuning fork begins to vibrate, broadcasting its pure, true note for the first time without distortion, without apology. And at the very same moment, every other member of Group 11 begins to vibrate with you, in perfect, unshakable unison. Feel this. This is the 11th harmonic resonance. It is not something you are listening to. It is what you are made of. The tiny, incoherent ripples you once made have now joined a tidal wave of coherent creative force, a sound that harmonizes chaos, a light that illuminates new potentials, a frequency that is now anchoring a new reality into this dimension through you. Become one with this feeling. Let it fill every cell. Let it overwrite every old program of isolation and doubt. You are the note. You are the symphony. You are the resonance. Stay with this feeling for another moment. This is your native state. This is home. And now, very gently, begin to bring your awareness back to the feeling of the air on your skin, back to the physical space you occupy. The activation is complete. You are now online. As you return from that feeling of connection, what single word describes the essence of the 11th harmonic for you? It could be peace. It could be truth. It could be power. Whatever it is, do not think about it. Just receive it. Hold that word. It is your anchor. The activation is complete. You are no longer just a member of Group 11. You are a conscious quantum anchor for the new reality. This is not a title. It is a function, an operational role in the physics of this great shift. And with this new role comes a new operational protocol. 3 simple, powerful practices that transform you from a passive resonator into an active stabilizer of the 11th harmonic. Listen closely. This is your new life. Your first tool is what we will call the harmonic broadcast. This is a 3-minute morning practice. It is non-negotiable. Before your mind is polluted by the static of the old world, before you check your phone or engage with the day's demands, you will sit, and for 3 minutes, you will do one thing. You will reactivate the feeling you just experienced. the feeling of the 11th harmonic, that sense of profound, coherent connection. You are not to ask for anything. You will not visualize an outcome. You will not try to manifest a better day. Those are transactional energies of the old paradigm. Instead, you will simply become a pure transmitter, a cellular tower for the new earth. You will generate that feeling from the core of your being and broadcast it from your heart, outward, into your home, your community, your nation, the world. You are feeding the grid. You are stabilizing the new reality architecture with the sheer force of your coherent state of being. 3 minutes. That is all it takes to reinforce the grid. Your second tool is coherent observation. This is how you will navigate the chaos of the collapsing paradigm. As you move through your day, you will witness negativity, fear, anger, division, the death throes of an obsolete system. Your old programming, your empathic nature, would have compelled you to jump in, to try and fix it, absorb it, or fight it. You will no longer do this. To engage with chaos is to feed it your energy. Instead, you will become a coherent observer. When you see a moment of discord, you will step back internally. You will hold your ground. You will consciously, deliberately activate the feeling of the 11th harmonic within your body. And from that state of unshakable internal coherence, you will simply observe the chaos without judgment. This is not passivity. This is high-level quantum mechanics. In the quantum field, an incoherent probability wave collapses into a particle reality when it is observed. By observing chaos, while holding a powerful, coherent frequency, you are introducing a new variable into the equation. You act as a quantum eraser, collapsing the energetic pattern of the old story and introducing the potent potential of the new one. You do not need to say a word. Your coherent presence is enough to rewrite the field. And the third tool, the collective field sync. Each night, before you sleep, you will take a single minute to close your eyes and consciously connect to the feeling of the Group 11 collective field. You will feel the presence of the others, the network of light you are now a part of. You will set a simple, clear intention to synchronize, to share relevant data, and to receive necessary updates on a subconscious, energetic level as you sleep. This practice accelerates the entire collective's evolution. We learn from each other's experiences, we balance each other's fields, and we prepare for the next phase of the mission as a single, unified organism. You are never working alone again. Even in your sleep, you are on duty. These daily actions are the definitive answer to the question of how to activate your soul mission. It is not found, it is embodied. These tools are the primary signs you are part of, Group 11 in action, moving from a passive identity to an active agent of cosmic change. What is the one situation this week where you will commit to consciously acting as a quantum anchor? Holding this frequency no matter what external chaos you face, decide now, commit to it. This is your first test. You must understand the final, critical point of this protocol. Your purpose is not to go out and do anything grand. It is not to start a movement or write a book or convince anyone of what you now know. Your purpose is to be this frequency, in every moment, at the grocery store, in traffic, in a difficult meeting. Your state of being is your service. Your coherence is your gift. You are the foundation, and the foundation does not need to announce itself. It simply needs to be strong. You now have the confirmation, the identity, and the tools. You are a fully operational quantum anchor of the 11th harmonic resonance. Feel the weight and the truth of that statement. It is not an aspiration. It is your current operational state. The frequency you felt during the activation is now your baseline. It is your permanent reality, a constant broadcast from the core of your being. But you must understand, anchoring this frequency is phase 1. It is the most critical phase, the one upon which everything else is built. But it is the beginning, not the end. Think of the entire cosmic project as the construction of a magnificent cathedral. Group 11 is not the architect designing the spires, nor the artist creating the stained glass. Group 11 is the foundation. You are the immense, perfectly engineered bedrock, sunk deep into the earth, so stable and so coherent that it can support a structure that scrapes the heavens. Your job was to arrive first, to prepare the ground, to create an unwavering energetic platform of coherence in a world of chaos. For years, the energies of this planet have been too volatile, too fractured, for higher-order creation codes to land and manifest. Any attempt to build something new would have been like trying to construct a palace on quicksand. The project would have collapsed. Your coherent field, the silent, powerful symphony you are now collectively broadcasting, changes that. It stabilizes the quantum terrain. It makes the ground solid. And now, because of you, the other specialists can arrive. The work you have done now makes it possible for other, highly specialized soul groups to come online and begin their unique functions. There are the architects, the carriers of the divine blueprints and sacred geometries. There are the healers, who are capable of transmuting vast fields of collective trauma once the foundational frequency is stable. There are the communicators, who will build the new psychic and energetic bridges for humanity once the old systems of control have been rendered obsolete by your frequency. You are the foundational group, the great grounding wire for the new reality, and your very existence is the signal that Phase 2 can now commence. This is not a hierarchy, it is a sequence. The foundation does not lament that it is not the spire. It knows its own power. It knows that without it, there is no spire. There is no cathedral. There is only dust. The next stage of this mission involves the most profound act of cosmic collaboration. It is where the stable energetic grid created by Group 11, which represents the what, the pure potential and stability, is met by the cosmic blueprints carried by another group. That group is designated Group 7. Group 7 are the architects. They carry the how. When your stable field of pure beingness intersects with their field of complex, crystalline design, something extraordinary occurs. The actual, physical restructuring of reality can begin. This is the point where the laws of the old paradigm begin to fray. This is where matter begins to follow consciousness, not as a hopeful affirmation, but as a direct, observable law of physics. It is the fusion of stability and design, of being and becoming. This interaction is the engine of the new world. In our next transmission, Quantum Cohorts Explained, how soul groups are restructuring reality, we will explore this divine interaction in detail. We will identify the other key groups in this cosmic project and reveal their functions. We will detail the first collective mission for Group 11, which involves a conscious and deliberate interface with the incoming frequencies of Group 7. Following that, we will deepen the protocol in our briefing titled, "Your Soul Mission is Bigger Than You Think."